Back over here. Everybody's on their own. All right. On your board, you need to have the equation written down. And to get it, it's got to be rounded correctly. You need the equation. So like y equals whatever it is. So you got to write the equation, and it has to be rounded correctly for you to get the points. Thousandth is how many decimal places? 3. The decimal. Hold up. Not yet. Wait till I tell you. Three places behind the decimal. And whenever you finish, don't get rid of your line because there's going to be more questions about this same situation. Okay, so. Do not talk. Hey! You're gonna lose points before you even have points. You can't check. Okay. All right. So if you have the answer, stand up on either side. All right. Okay. Let's see. Zane, anybody standing over here? No restrictions this time. As long as you're standing. All right, what you got? Let's see. I gotta freeze this. All right, let me see your board. All right, you got your. I don't think so. Don't erase it, because there is always a chance. I typed the number wrong, so I don't think so. So Vince, pick one person standing over here. All right, Zane, bring me yours. Yep, he's got it. All right, so you should get 2.6468 plus 28.794. Okay. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah, because in your twice.
Wait, that's not. It's actually.
It was just these two were down, right?
Just these two.
Right, so you got 10 total. So
I would have had it right.
I would have had it right
Big
too.
deal.
all right, so if you don't have this line, we need to fix it right now. Because I'm going to ask you more questions, and if your line isn't this, then you're not going to get it. So look at your Desmos. Make sure you have all the numbers typed in right. And make sure you're getting the same line. Vince, yours was close. You probably have like one number typed in incorrectly.
Shut up, Zane.
All right, I'm not going to ask you this next because I know I'm going to have to tell you what it is. But it's coming up soon, and when it does come up, I'm not going to tell you what it is. If I ask you for the correlation coefficient, what is it? The R, which is, in this case, 0.99, right? What does it tell us? What does that correlation coefficient tell us? Kind of. It's how close your line is to your points. So, how close your line is to your point. So, a number close to 1 is really, really good. You can think of it as like a percentage. Like, this is 99% right. It's not really 99%, but you can think of it like that. R squared, we're going to have to use sometimes when we start getting to quadratics, which are like U-shaped graphs, then you can't use an R because you have positives and negatives that cancel each other out, which I'm not going to go into all of the statistical ways that comes up. But so when we compare, sometimes we might need to compare a line to a quadratic, which is a U-shaped graph. And so when we look at those, we got to use the R squared. The only thing you do to get R squared is just square what the R was, which makes it positive. But this is called the correlation coefficient. If I ask for correlation coefficient, I just want the regular R. Okay. All right, everybody got their lines working? Now, because you will not get the rest of these. I need to make sure everybody's on this. I'm going to walk around next time. We'll see if you got a line. If you don't have a line, if you're not doing these problems, it's not going to be good. No, I'm saying like on your computer. Like if you're just sitting there playing cool math games. Instead of doing any of this and saying, I don't have to stand up, so I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, keep this graph up because I'm going to ask you a few more questions about this before we move on to the next one. So let me okay. All right, so yeah, so leave that in Desmos because it's the same data. All right, this is my second question. I want you to use your line to predict the height of the child when she is, actually, let's say he, girls are done growing by the time they're 12. Is 12, 13, 14? Yeah, probably not. Yeah, maybe an inch, but not much. When he is 15 years old. All right, here you go. Make that prediction. Cannot talk. All right, now you're not predicting like, hey, guess what's happening. You're using the line. So you're using what you got in Desmos to predict. This is not a guess. This is a calculation. Yeah. And I should tell you what to round to. Round to the nearest tenth of an inch. tenth of an inch. Let me add that on.
Stand up and we're done.
Not wait till I take.
Is that the? That's the first number behind it. Okay. Then it's on your side. Wait, so what?
Round to the nearest tenth of an inch. Alright. Alright. Tenth is 1 decimal place. If you need to. I haven't done it yet. See if you need to. Probably will though. You usually need to round on these problems. No talking, Julie. Alright, if you have the answer, stand up. And Vince and Zane cannot be picked. Okay, this is Team 2's question because that last one was a steal. So, Vince, you can pick anybody over here standing except for Zane. Alright, Caroline, what have you got? Perfect, 68.5. Good job. 68.5. Yeah. 68.5. Alright. You should get 68.5 inches whenever you... The quickest way to do it is just put x equals 15 into Desmos. But you can do it by hand, but x equals 15 in Desmos will get you that answer the quickest. Okay? Questions? Alright. Let's see. Let me keep up with this. Alright. Let's see. According to the model, how old will the boy be when he is 70 inches tall? Let me tell you what to round to. Round to the nearest tenth of a year. Alright, you should not be consulting with others. Alright. Okay. If you have the answer, stand up. Alright, so over here, we got 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, nobody else can stand 7 on King 2. Okay. Alright, so, let's see. Caroline, you can pick anybody standing over here except for Vince. Who?
Wait.
Well, Wade. Okay, Wade.
Oh.
What have you got?
I was gonna say
Come on, Wade.
That's correct. 15.6.
Yeah. We got 7.
1 on the board.
That's what I'm thinking, because if he was 15, he's like already 68 inches. It's not gonna be that much shorter.
But it's not a guess.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not a guess. So if you had told me 15.5, you'd be pretty close. It'd be a good enough guess if we were just guessing, right? But it's not a guess. So you're going to go to go here, put y equals 70. You want to see where they cross. It's 15.573, so that's 15.6.
Right.
Oh, sorry. There you go. So you're going to go to here, y equals 70, because our height is our y, right? So y equals 70, and then whenever we go to that point where they cross, we can see we got 15.57370. Okay? Questions? Yeah. All right. Okay, same situation. Meaning of the slope of the line of best fit for this data. All right, it must be written down. You can't just say it out loud, so it must be written down. And you must have units, so you can't just tell me, like if you're going to say 5, I need to know if it's 5 inches or 5 years. All right, so make sure you include that. All right. If you have the answer, stand up. This one's for Team 2. Wade and Caroline cannot be picked, so Caroline, stand up even if you don't have it because they can't pick you. Pick class. All right, we got 7 over here again, and we got 8 over here. Okay. All right, let's see. Wade, you can pick anybody standing over here except for Caroline.
Just don't pick that.
I would choose Julian, but I'm going to go with Preston.
You can't pick Julian. He's not even standing up.
That's fine.
All right. All right. Let me see what you got. Okay. whatever the number was, 2.6 whatever, 2.646 for each age that they get older, right? So I'd probably just say every year is what I would say instead. That would sound a little bit better, but you're still given that rate. You're still given that rate there where you're showing me for every something that the height is increasing. So I would probably accept that on the quiz. So we'll give you that. All right. So there are other ways you could say this. Let's see what I said. I said the boy grows 2.646 inches per year. You could say for each year he is 2.646 inches taller. Several ways you could have said that, but make sure you're using 2.646, not the y-intercept, and then make sure you're giving it as a rate. Okay, let's do one more with this data set, and then we're going to move on. And you should know what's coming. What have we not done yet? Y-intercepts. Alright, so this is Team 1's problem, but of course, Team 2 gets a chance to steal. I can't tell you.
Give me a wink.
Alright. Right, it does not always make sense.
Okay.
Y-intercept does not always make sense. It sometimes does, sometimes it's crazy. Yeah, add it to my Christmas list. Take up a collection. Maybe Santa Claus will bring me some. Although this one might not be so far off. It's not that crazy. Sorry. All right. If you have the answer stand up, it must be written on your board. Yep, you cannot be picked. All right, so we got everybody up over here. And over here, 6. Differing confidence here. Okay. Let's see. This one's for Team 1. Presley, you can pick anybody except for, is it still Wade? Yeah, okay. Anybody but Wade. All right, Passion.
Oh, come on,
Come
on,
All right. No.
What?
All right, but don't erase it because I want to talk about why that's not quite right in a second. Passion. Anybody over here except for Presley?
None of them.
You have to pick one of them. They are all pretty smart.
Yeah, Alyssa, come on.
Alyssa's smart. Alyssa won. Alyssa.
I was just trying to move right over there. No, don't be
of them, so I'm going to read you what Passion had. And Alyssa's is very similar to what Passion has. She says he grows 28.794 inches every 0 years. She's got the right idea with 0 and 28.794. And Alyssa's was similar. She said every 0 years they grow 28.794. So the problem with both of those, they both have 0, which is good, and they're talking about years are 0, and the height is 28.794, whatever. But you're reading it off like a rate, like it's growing for this amount. So y-intercept, quiet please. Y-intercept is a point in time, one time. So you need to say when he was 0 years old, he was 27.8 or whatever that number was, right?
Okay.
So now if both miss, then we just go to the next question. So I'm really glad though, because this is one of the things we had the most trouble with on the quiz, is telling what slope and y-intercept meant. So hold on. I'm not done talking about this. Hold your horses. All right. So yes. It's always x equals 0 and y equals whatever the y-intercept is. So like in this case, it was 29.794 inches was your y-intercept. So it's like when x equals 0, y equals 29.794. And x in this case is age, and y is height. So it's not a rate. So you don't say he's growing or increasing or for every. You don't say those things. You just say when his age was 0, then his height was 29.794. Yes. Was it 28? I'm making this as my key, so I need to fix that. Yeah, well, it was 28. Thank you.
Hey, is that in the bathroom?
This is not. I'm making this as we go. This is not officially published material, so no bathroom passes are going to be available today. Sorry. So does that kind of make sense with y-intercept? It is a single point in time. You're not talking about like growing or increasing or decreasing. You're just talking about when x is 0, then y is this.
Well, listen, we were close.
Yeah. So you guys were using the right pieces. And you both kind of did the same thing, which I saw a lot of on the quiz. So it's something we need to work on. Sometimes we can learn more from a wrong answer than a right answer when we're reviewing. All right, let's do a new set. So this one's going to be line of best fit. It's going to go to team 2. Let's do temperature. Let's go back to, I guess we'll go back. Go back to,
Oh, we're doing it on a different one.
I don't want that. Come on. Text. Color. Text. Color. Black. Okay. Alright, so let's do temperature and number of popsicles. How do you spell popsicles? Am I that far off?
That's how you spell it. Pop.
Okay, now it went away. Maybe it, no?
Pop. You gotta put the N. I mean, what?
Maybe it doesn't. P-O-P-C.
Put the. What's that one called? Quotation marks.
Really? You didn't know what question?
God.
Let's
it took me a
see.
while.
Are you taking English?
Why did you say it then?
I think this spell check just doesn't have popsicle in it. Popsicle.
What do you mean? I used to come to listen.
Never popsicles sold. Alright, so temperature.
It's an S instead of
Oh yeah, I changed it and I didn't change it back, did I? Okay.
That's right.
Alright, degrees Fahrenheit.
Ooh, girl.
Please don't fight anybody.
Yeah, I'm a lover, guys. I'm not a fighter.
I don't want to have to break up a fight.
But Ayla get really fun.
I'm a lover. You had to deal with fights before, though, haven't you?
Huh?
You said you had to deal with fights before.
I have actually never, in my whole entire teaching career, is this true? I'm pretty sure it's true. I've never witnessed a student fight.
What about
I never saw a fight with my own eyes there. There were lots of fights, never saw it. Yeah, I wasn't there that day. That was the sub that was dealing with it. I was out that day. I had some near fights, but I never had an actual fight. Yeah.
But he actually never saw anybody fighting there, like on the ground. He moved to Allegheny, and so Will just about stabbed him for trying to break up a fight. I was like, it's Allegheny, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Right there.
I
There's
have
never
not.
fights here.
Let's try to keep it that way. I don't want to break up a fight. I don't want to break up a fight.
She's definitely not fighting. I thought you said you can't hit a woman. Okay, Jake, right?
Okay. All right. So this first one, your question is just find the line of best fit. I don't know why the text is so huge on this and why it all turned blue.
I don't like questions.
I want it to do every.
Wait, so what's Celsius for?
It's also temperature, but it's just the metric scale.
Oh, okay.
We don't use Celsius, so you probably wouldn't know what. Yeah, that is not what it's talking about.
Don't mind her.
Alright. Alright, so find this line of best fit. I'm trying to fix this, so if I beat you, time will be up. This is for team 2. Alright, quiet. Oh, get 3 decimal places on this also. I'll add that here in a second. 3 decimal places on this also. On all of the lines of best fit, I'm going to do 3 decimal places. You do not have to stand just yet. 3 decimal places. Yeah, the equation. Alright. Quiet, please. Ayla, have a seat and do not converse. Alright. Here. Hold on. Oh, wait. Do that. Freeze. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna hit freeze. I hit the freeze button, didn't I? Thank you. Oh, no, I didn't freeze. Hopefully you didn't see that.
I saw it. I like it.
I saw it too.
Alright. Okay. If you have the answer, stand up. Alright. Okay. We got everybody up. Have you got it? Alright. Passion and Presley? No. Alyssa cannot be picked. Alright, Passion, you can pick anybody standing except for Alyssa.
Julian 100% got it. Big Zane. Don't pick Zane.
He's small enough.
Zane got it. Everybody's just throwing it over. He probably is. He brings his phone out all the time.
Alright. That is correct. Good job. Alright. This is, in my opinion, probably the easiest part is actually getting the line as long as you don't type a number in wrong. So you should have 4.866x minus 319.134. If you do not have that, make sure you fix it in Desmos. Okay, any questions? Good night. It's time to go almost. Like, good night. We've been trying to work on alternate expressions for my son so he doesn't say things that are inappropriate. Alright. Okay. Alright. We're going to get 2 questions in real quick. Meaning of slope. Go. You don't have long. Alright, if you have the answer, stand up. Alright, and Julian, you can't be picked. So stand up, because you can't be picked. Alright, this is for team 1. Julian, who you want to pick over here that's standing? You cannot pick. Who can you not pick? Who cannot be picked over here? Passion, you still can't be picked. Stand up.
Pick me.
No!
Alright, wait, what have you got?
I don't think it's right. No, so what does it mean? Nor does it matter.
Okay, Wade. Somebody standing over here. Who's that?
Wait, are we present? Who was standing?
And Zach. Alright, Wade, you cannot pick Julian.
Okay, Julian. You know what? We've already lost. Zach.
Just pick Zach.
I'll take Zach.
Alright, Zach, what have you got?
I was winning by at least 26.
Hold on, let me see yours again.
Oh.
I might look at it.
Oh, Zach. I'm really glad that
Yeah, you're right. Wait, okay. So, alright, so check slope. Let's talk about this real quick. And this is going to have to be it. Team 2 is going to be our winners. But changing Y over changing X. Your number is like 9 point what? Guys, quiet. 9 point what? For slope? Oh, 4. 4.866. Alright, nope. No packing up. Because y'all don't know how to do this one. Alright, what's Y stand for? Popsicles. What's X? Temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. So, Wade said like for every, so I mean popsicles, or for the degrees were 4.68, but it should be popsicles. So for every degree warmer that it gets, or every degree the temperature goes up, the number of popsicles sold goes up by 4.866, which makes sense. The hotter it is, the more popsicles you're going to sell, right? Okay, so Team 2, you guys are the winners. Congratulations.
I was really hoping that was the only one. I was like, you know what? This is the one I'm really good at.
Everybody tries to teach you.
There is no homework tonight. You can look back over any of the stuff we've done. And tomorrow.
Wait, I'm sorry, bro.
Shut up. I don't want to talk to you right now. Hey, man, I don't want to hear it. The only reason we lost is y'all ended up wrong. We got. Hey, thanks.
Good morning, Maynard. How you doing?
Are we getting a review before we start?
Not really, because you can ask me questions right now, but not really, because this is a little bit of a longer test, and I don't want you guys to run out of time.